Okay, today we have Alex here. He from Four Seasons Whistler. Thank you so much, Alex, for joining us
Hi.
today. He's the
Yes, my pleasure.
travel industry sales manager at the Four Seasons Resort in Whistler, Canada. So, Alex, why don't you go ahead and tell us about yourself and what you do?
Oh, of course, yeah, absolutely. And thank you for the opportunity today. So my role here is that as the main point of contact for our travel advisors. That means we have extensive contact when you are booking with your travel advisor, and I help with the arrangements to put that in place. And my background is that I've called this home, Whistler. I live here. I've called it home for 8 years. I'm originally from the east coast of Australia. I traded the beaches for the mountains, essentially. The mountains, I would say, are my happy place. I love being here. My true passion now is mountain biking. I have a 3-year-old Australian Shepherd Blue Heeler dog, so I spend a lot of time outdoors and on the trails. And I love a round of golf, and I enjoy a craft beer. And I've adopted the Canadian Caesar cocktail. That's me in a nutshell. And I look forward to your upcoming visit. Let me know how we can help.
Lovely. So let's address the elephant in the room, COVID.
Yes,
Tell us a little bit about how Four Seasons Whistler
of
particularly
course.
is managing it and what
Yes.
steps are being taken for client safety.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's been a challenging time, and in the early stages of the pandemic, our Four Seasons brand developed an enhanced health and safety program, Lead with Care. That if you know Four Seasons, we're known for our legendary service, attention to detail, and the Lead with Care program is built on that foundation. The program was developed in consultation with John Hopkins Medicine, which, as you know, are very renowned and leaders in the COVID safety and advisory. As part of that, we have an advisory board on the corporate level. They develop programs and advises on what we should do at the property level. These are based on scientific evidence, and they have that close communication with the general managers of the property. Things change, and they have been changing throughout this pandemic, and we're so fortunate to have such a scientific-based advisory board to guide us in the best safety measures for the guest. So what are some of the things that you'll see is enhanced cleanliness, of course. We have an appointed hygiene officer at the property to advise us on what needs to happen at the specific property level. A lot of retraining has been involved through this housekeeping efforts and redesigning how we deliver service to make sure that the guests are safe and that the staff are safe. From the moment you'll arrive, you'll see enhanced measures such as cleaning of the public areas, extra attention to high touch points, front desk counters, elevator buttons, public restrooms. Everything you see is completely changed. As part of the Lead with Care program, you'll see that masks are mandated at all of our hotels and resorts globally. The guests are required to wear them in any public space, the lobby, the elevators, when moving through the resort. Temperature will be taken when you arrive, and guests would be asked a series of questions about any potential exposure to COVID. So we'll take as many measures as we need to keep everyone safe. In the rooms, of course, you'll see extra cleaning has been made through that process before you check in. Lead with Care kits are in there, which includes, masks, hand sanitizer. You'll see extra items in the rooms where we have ensured that they have been cleaned thoroughly. When it comes to in-room service, such as in-room dining, we can deliver it contactless, just to the door, and your guests, you can pick it up. Or if you would like it in the room, we would ask you to put your mask back on before we enter the room and bring it to you. Housekeeping services, we are required to have the guest out of the room at the time of service. This is a measure in place from the advisory that we've received. So certain changes that you'll see. When it comes to restaurants, of course, things have changed a little bit there. If you've been to a restaurant any time in the last 12 months, you'll know that there are social distancing measures in place and things are a little bit different. At the property, guests are required to put the mask back on as soon as they leave their table when moving using the restroom. And of course, they can take it off when they return to the table. So there's a bit of a summary about some of the changes you'll see at the property.
Mhm, mhm. All right. So are most of your restaurants and spa services, is that still in operation right now?
At the current time, we have a BC advisory that restaurants are not able to operate in-person dining. So, of course, we're acting on that, and we hope that they will be able to resume sometime towards the end of May. The spa services are still operational, and that will continue, and we hope that as the end of May, we start to see travel resume. But of course, at the current time, the travel advisory is for essential travel only.
Right. And Four Seasons Whistler is one of my favorite properties out here locally, and I make an effort to go out there at least once a year. I did make a trip out there last year with my husband, and definitely things looked a whole lot different as to what a normal hotel visit would have looked like prior the pandemic. And one of the things that I really liked was the contactless in dining service, and they had the hot box. So if you order anything, any meal that is hot, it comes in the hot box, and then it's left by your door, and then you just open your door, bring it in, and enjoy the meal.
That's right. And interesting you say that. Some of the services that have been very popular through the pandemic have been the in-room dining services, and we've modified some menu items around that. There's something called the My Balcony Breakfast. It's a multi-level breakfast that you can enjoy outside, and it has everything that you would find from a first-class dining breakfast in the restaurant. So that's one of the things that's been very popular in this current time.
Yes, and I've been watching the social media channels on that balcony breakfast, and I've been telling my husband we have to try that this time when we go.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, please do.
So walk us through the end-to-end experience on a Four Seasons Whistler stay. What are some of the nuances
Of course.
of luxury that my clients can expect?
Okay. Well, as a resort and luxury experience, it's an opportunity to relax, unwind, and connect with family and friends in an environment that's just a little bit different, unique, and memorable. And I think that whilst we have many luxurious property features, what really sets us apart in that field is that we have a real connection with each and every guest. And I think this is something unique to Whistler, because the people that work here are really, truly passionate about the destination. They want to be here, and they all have a story about what brought them here, and myself included. To leave somewhere like Australia, it's a beautiful place in its own right, but we like to share that with the guests, and everybody comes with their own story. We like to learn that through their stay. And if I reflect on my time when I was in a front desk role here, I met many families, but what amazed me most was meeting the children of these families, and just to see how much they love Four Seasons as a brand. I was amazed, and I think what made it special for them, and what continues to make it special, is those little extra touches of luxury. So the kids will find things like customized robes and slippers in the rooms. They'll find their own little in-room amenities when they arrive, like a personalized cookie with their name on it. And in the summer around the resort, we have extra amenities for the families. Like the kids in the summer can find icy snow cones in the courtyard. Flip to winter when it's a bit colder, we have toasted s'mores and hot chocolate around the resort. These are some of the daily things that you can find. And the adults, the mum and dads, they don't miss out either. We have a complimentary daily wine service year round, which includes some of British Columbia's finest wines. That connection, when it comes to luxury, really starts before the guest even arrives. And what you find, one of the ways we do this is through the Four Seasons app. The chat function in this app, I'll just talk about this for a moment because I think it's quite a bit different. The chat function is that live function when you want a question, you want to find out something immediately, you don't want to wait for a response. We have real people here at the property, Whistler, answering those questions. And it's not a robot, it's not something generic, you're not waiting. And I think that's really unique for Four Seasons. That's an extra element that you can personalize your stay. Another thing I personally like is the Four Seasons sleep experience. I stayed at some of our sister properties, and I was just amazed at how good the beds are. So much so that I went and bought one for myself. I ordered a Four Seasons bed. But as a guest coming to the property, you can customize how you would like the sleep experience to be, whether you like a firm topper, just a plush topper or just the usual one, we can change that to match your sleep experience. So that's a really cool thing to do. The pool and spa are open year round. The middle of winter, you don't have to worry about it being too cold. It is heated, and then it's really nice to have heated towels when you get out of the pool. Of course, you can have a customized cocktail and food service brought to you poolside as well. So these are some of the things that are unique about a resort experience versus the hotel.
Yeah, you reminded me about the bed is that I think there's a full-on YouTube video on how Four Seasons makes its beds, and it's quite a process. Yeah.
They definitely are the ultimate in luxury, made exclusively for Four Seasons. You can find more details if you want to order one at home, or just come and stay with us, try it out, see what you like.
Try before you buy.
That's right.
Okay, so how does a partnership with a travel advisor like myself benefit my clients?
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, these days, guests have a lot of options when it comes to booking hotels and resorts. For the clients looking for the best value, offers and deals, they can find them online, or they can book through an advisor like you. I think the difference with booking through an advisor is the extra level of personalization. That you would get to know your clients, know what they like, what they don't like, and what's important for one guest or one client is not the same for everyone else. I think the key is to think of your advisor like your trusted friend, and you value their opinion. We have established long-term partnerships with trusted advisors who are part of Virtuoso, and Virtuoso advisors can access our best value offers and deals at any time. And they also have exclusive benefits that can enhance their stay at Four Seasons.
Lovely. And I think this pandemic, more than anything, has brought about to the forefront the reason why anyone and everyone should be working with a travel advisor. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I have guests coming out at the end of this month. What are some of the exciting things that travelers can expect to see at the Four Seasons Whistler?
Yes, I think we're all looking forward to the summer ahead, but for travelers that want to be inspired and excited for future travel, we are always updating our Instagram page at FS Whistler. What's about to be released is our Experience Local Guide, which highlights some of Whistler's hidden gems and local favorites, some of the hotel's community partners. These are things that you'll find for dining, shopping experiences in Whistler. This is going to be a handy resource for you to sort of refer to and find the celebration, the people and the spirit of Whistler. So we're excited for that. This will be available prior to arrival and through our concierge service. So look out for that. But I think at the heart of every hotel is a unique food and beverage offering. And we recently opened the all-new Braidwood Tavern and reimagined Sidecut Restaurant. This has been a full refurbishment to these dining outlets. You'll find a lot of handcrafted timber. It really is quite stunning visually. But Braidwood being our all-day dining venue, it's a mountainside cabin. Then we have Sidecut, which is well known for its hand-cut steaks and classic rubs, house-made rubs. And they also feature a lot of beautiful fresh seafood. So after the day of the mountains, and particularly in summer, you can imagine how nice it would be just to indulge in a basket of fresh scallops, prawns and crab, or a cedar plank, a steelhead. These are some of the items that you find there at Sidecut. Some of the other standout items that I have to mention, breakfast, you'll find decadent items like buttermilk fried chicken and gravy, waffles, delicious in my opinion, and the burger. Let me tell you about the Plaid Lad Burger in Braidwood. As an Australian, I've tried lots of burgers, of course, you would appreciate that. But when I tried this, I was completely amazed. It is basically a Canadian beef pico de gallo and chili cheese on a burger. And in my expression, my face when I tried this must have said it all. It would have made a chef happy. And my partner was there. She's ready to take a photo, but by the time she pulled her phone out and camera, it was all gone. So that was one of my personal experiences in Braidwood. I think everyone would find something on the menu that really appeals to them. They have a lot of options, including a full vegan menu as well. and some of the offers that we have for the upcoming summer. We have a staycation offer, which includes an extra $100 resort credit for the stay and complimentary parking. That's available June 11 till September 11 for a 2-night stay minimum. And this can be combined with some of your virtuoso benefits. And we have a 3rd night free offer for our suites and residences throughout the summer period as well. So I think there's quite a few things to be excited about for the upcoming summer season.
For sure, there's a lot to choose from, and I'm sure that local Vancouverites will definitely take up on those offers. And that burger, yeah, it's something else. It's another level. I hear you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Alex, that brings us to the end of our session here today. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we wrap this up?
I think appreciate the time to present today, and I think we're all very excited for a change and some improvement to the travel conditions, and let's be inspired for that future travel. As I mentioned, I've been here for 8 years. I'm still finding something new to experience in Whistler, and it is such a beautiful outdoor space for you to enjoy. If you were to come and stay in Whistler, you can just enjoy the luxury resort, and encourage you to work with your travel advisor if you have any questions about your upcoming stay.
Of course, thank you so much for your time today. I'm sure a lot of us are looking forward to that luxury after being through all of this pandemic and working from home and homeschooling and all the rest of the stress that comes along with the pandemic. A nice luxury getaway is definitely in the books for a lot of people. And with that, I really appreciate your time today, and I look forward to seeing you in a few weeks and
Yes.
catching up when I come out there. And until then, you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the week, and thank you so much for
thank you.
your time today.
Thanks for the opportunity. We'll see you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.